Well, welcome to Frog Hair Farm. This is the first Kansas farm video of the year. So I'm out in the bee pasture project. If you remember last year, we tilled this in July and planted buckwheat, which turned out pretty good. Worked out just the way I wanted it to, actually, for the bees. And so I took the field here, I'll show you in a second, terminated the buckwheat, and then early last December, frost seeded 30 pounds of clover in here, and was looking to make this into, I put in about 4 different varieties of clover, and that would be a very productive pasture for the bees. So here we are, about the 20th of April or so, and I'll show you what we have. So this is what we've got. A fair amount of volunteer buckwheat, in fact, quite a lot, and almost no clover. I've walked this field a few times, and I've found maybe 20 little seedlings. So I don't know what happened exactly. I can't figure it out, because I would think more clover than that would come up just by accident. Anyway, I'm not too worried about the buckwheat. I really don't want it growing, but at the same time, what'll end up happening is this I'll just mow it, and that'll take care of it when it's 8 or 10 inches high, and no more problem with the buckwheat. Well, at least this round, let's put it that way. It'll be fairly easy to control. I'm not worried about buckwheat. But if you are thinking of ever putting in buckwheat as a cover crop, which frankly it's good at, I would advise terminating it as soon as it starts setting a bloom, any of it, because you will very definitely have volunteer buckwheat if you don't. So anyway, so I think I might end up going to plan B on the bee pasture for this year, which will mean that I'm gonna tickle this with a harrow, or frankly what I'll probably do first is broadcast zinnia and Cosmo seed. I've got some on order, and then broadcast it, tickle it with a harrow, see what happens, and at least we'll have some annuals in here that will provide some forage for the bees throughout the summer. And then take another go at the clover next year, and maybe be a little more deliberate about getting it planted and doing it a little bit earlier in the fall, and see if I can't get it established before winter comes. So anyway, here we are. This is just all an adventure, guys and gals. So I'll be interested in what occurs. So the other thing that'll happen here, I've got 130 lavender plants that'll go in rows down on the other end, and then I'll start slowly introducing some other perennials and various things like that. It'll end up being kind of a hodgepodge of flowering plants that the bees can access and utilize throughout the summer. So anyway, that's an update from Frog Hair Farm. Nothing too exciting. If you are interested in how buckwheat grows, look at that series. It's fast, it's easy, trust me on that. And and it'll keep coming and coming unless you do something about it. So with that, have a good spring. I'm sure I'll be back soon with other stuff as we get up to various things around here and so on. Right now I've got 4 strong hives. Turn you around here again. So right now I've got 4 strong hives, 2 empties, one on the ground there, and then the white one's empty right now, but that'll change tomorrow. And then I've got a split going, and a little bitty split going in this little tan hive here, just 3 frames, and that's also an experiment. We'll see how it goes. These 2 tan hives here overwintered really well, and there's 2 good-sized colonies going there, and they're already bringing in nectar. These 2 guys here are smaller but growing every single day, so I'm pretty happy with where we're at on that. These 2 are going to get moved over there. They're just kind of a slow process, foot or 2 a day, and then we'll get them up on the rack. Our little orchard's going to town, and with the fencing around it, deer stayed away. Yay. That's they're devastating to apple trees. And then we got our blackberries going here, and then my little experiment that I tried last year, all I did was till up this patch of grass and threw down some wildflower seed. And what you see all in here is Rudbeckia or black-eyed Susan. And there's a ton of that. There's a fair amount of Maximilian sunflower coming up. There's a few new things coming out here as well, so I'll be kind of interested to see how this goes this year, and so forth. I'll probably get in there and thin some of these spots where the black-eyed Susan's pretty heavy duty, but always messing around with something. Have a good one. See you later.